I agree. Now, you're from the Philippines.
Yes, sir.
Pacquiao's having a fight coming up.
Yes, against Spence.
I guess Errol Spence Jr. Who do you got on that fight?
I mean, I have to be honest with you. I don't want to be biased, but I Filipino. Just take away me being a Filipino. Just think of me as someone who's watching the fight. I would go for Manny because Manny still hits hard. He's very dangerous, and he still works out. I mean, most people at his age right now are
Yeah,
fighting for exhibitions.
I agree.
Manny Pacquiao is still fighting top tiers in his division.
Yes.
So much respect for Manny Pacquiao. Actually, Manny Pacquiao has a
Excuse me.
win-win situation on this because if Manny loses, he still wins because he's 44.
Right.
You know, if he loses, if he wins, he proves another milestone in his life.
Right.
This would
Right.
be more difficult for Spence. The pressure will be more on Spence because if he wins, then people will say, "Oh, he beat up an old guy."
Mhm.
And if he loses, then that takes away his pride,
True.
his value as a boxer.
I agree. I agree with that.
So I don't know why he took the fight, but
It's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait to watch it.
absolutely.
August 21st. It's gonna be great. Honestly, I think ultimately, I think Manny Pacquiao's gonna win. I really do think, not taking anything away from Spence.
Spence, yeah.
Spence is a great fighter, but I think Manny Pacquiao's, how can I say, his experience is going to show the fact that he's still on top of his
His
game.
game, yeah.
It's going to come out and show, and I still feel he got maybe 2 to 3 more fights in him
He has.
after this one.
Yes. I mean, real fights.
Real fights.
Yeah.
I don't think Manny Pacquiao will do that exhibition stuff. I don't think he
He
will,
doesn't need to.
because after boxing, he's going to be,
Politician.
He's a politician, so he's
Yeah.
not going to have time to do all that.
Yes.
So getting back to what you're doing, I've been looking at your work, I've been looking at your stuff, and I really do respect
Oh, thank you so much.
what you do with the GBO with Red Promotions. Now, how long have you been with Red Promotions?
We started in 2018.
2018.
Uh,
Okay.
July 20th of.
Now they just had a show with Marco Antonio. Marco Antonio Barrera. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Marco Antonio Barrera and Jesus Soto Coraz. That was by Red Promotions as well, right?
So that was Marv Nation
And
yeah,
association with.
in association. Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Now, were you at that event?
I wasn't because I was in Las Vegas at that
That's
time.
okay. Yeah, actually, I was at the press conference and the media workout.
That was nice.
It was
Yeah.
nice. It was over there in Pico Rivera.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Now, okay, going back to your events. For October, who's going to be on that card?
We're
Do you know?
we're still looking right now. The good thing about Red Boxing is we do not own our own fighters. So if you go to our promotion,
Now anybody can fight on them, right?
exactly, there's no A side or B side. We want the real reason we're doing this is really for the fans.
Mhm.
They're paying a $55 ticket, $65 ticket, $25 ticket. They have to have a show. They don't go in there and know, oh, he's gonna win
Mhm.
because he's the promoter's kid or he's
Right.
the promoter's boxers. With us, the unique thing about us is we don't have any fighters of our own. As of now, in the future, maybe.
Mhm.
But right now, we just want to give people what they deserve. Because
True.
at the end of the day, we want to entertain people. We don't want to lie to them that there's a guy who just hit at the tip of their hair and they
Mhm.
get knocked out.
I want to ask you a question. It just came to my head right now. This weekend is stacked with fights.
Uh-huh.
You got Jamel Charlo,
Uh-huh.
or no, I'm sorry, Jamal Charlo, fighting. You got Julio Cesar Chavez, and then his sons, and then you got that card. You got Vegas, with Adam Lopez fighting against Dogbo or Dogbe. It's always debatable on how you say Dogbo or Dogbe. So you got that fight. Who else is fighting this weekend? Teofimo Lopez was going to fight, but not. It got canceled because he tested positive.
Positive at COVID.
Yeah, COVID. So you got all these fights, all these different fights on different networks: Showtime, ESPN, PBC, all these different networks.
Uh-huh.
Why can't they do it like UFC and just put them all in one?
Because UFC, there's only one owner,
True.
and his name is Dana White. With boxing, we have different promoters,
Right.
and you can't stop your own promotion just because a bigger promotion
Right.
is there.
Correct.
You know, so that's the difference.
Okay.
And boxing is the only sports that we do not draft the fighter, unlike basketball, baseball,
Right.
hockey. They all get drafted. With
True.
boxing, you just need a promoter. You need a commission, and you have a fight.
That's
So
true.
with the scheduling, I mean, competition will always be healthy.
And that's what I was wondering. I'm like, you know what? Like, with all these different fights going on, like, I don't understand why they can't just all just do one promotion for boxing. It's crazy.
It's hard.
And that's why I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you that, because you being a promoter yourself.
It's hard because I mean, it's all about, oh, why would I put my guy on you? I already have my own setup.
True.
Who would work for Red Boxing where we're only doing streaming? And we have to give them something that they want. We have to give something what TV wants.
True.
Then
True.
we're still building that up.
True. That's true. Now that's I mean, in a perfect world, I would love for everything to just be on, on one card.
Yeah.
Right. That would be a crazy event. So
But in the perfect world, we wouldn't need Nietzsche's book.
correct. Now, what would you say your difficult task being a promoter is?
Being a promoter, the most difficult part of being a promoter is really matchmaking. Because when I grew up in boxing, everybody fights everybody.
Mhm.
Since Mayweather branded the undefeated brand,
Right.
which he did. I mean, he did it beautifully. But I'm telling all the boxers out there, there's only one Mayweather out there.
Oh yeah,
And you
definitely.
cannot replicate what he was able to do. If
Correct.
you lose, fine. But fight hard inside the ring.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the people that's gonna decide, the people who's gonna watch, the people who's gonna pay for your tickets would want to see how you fought the last time you fought. Even if you lost, but if you put in a lot of heart, they're still gonna root for you.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, the Chicago Bulls was never undefeated.
Right? That's true.
They became
Hey,
champions
yeah.
6 times.
Every champion has lost.
Yeah.
Every champion has lost.
I mean, Mayweather lost on the amateur.
Yeah.
He was only a bronze medalist.
Yeah. So he does have an L on his
He
record,
does
just
have
not
an L.
professionally, but
Yeah.
he still has. I mean, we all take losses, whether it's in sports, in life.
In life.
Every day is a struggle for everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
But the best story is not how you win, but how you got up from the losses you have.
exactly how you came back from them and turned those L's into W's.
That's what makes Manny Pacquiao. Because all the losses is such, oh, it's done, it's over.
After
Then
the
he come
Marquez
back.
fight,
Yeah.
when he got knocked out, they were like, "Oh, he's done." He came back and he still won. I think like what 2 more titles? after
Yes,
that?
against the
One of them was Thurman.
Chris.
Oh, Ajay. Chris Ajay. Yeah.
He fought Matisse. He fought Rios.
Yeah, he brought Brandon Rios.
Then
Who else? And then he fought Thurman.
Thurman.
Yeah,
and
Keith Thurman.
He fought the.
But that wasn't a title fight, huh? The one with Thurman? I don't think so.
I think it is because it's a 12 round, and if it's 12 round, it's a title fight.
Yeah, that could be. I think it was a title fight. So that's what you say is the most difficult is as far as matchmaking.
Because it has really changed,
Mhm.
and we need to have a better way of thinking that if I lose, I do not lose my value.
Right.
Look at MMA. MMA has always been thriving
I agree.
because they don't care how many losses you have. The MMA fans come out there to watch the fight.
I agree.
You
I agree. What would you say is the most funnest part of your job?
Me, I mean, the most fun part of my job is seeing these kids succeed.
Yeah. I agree.
Because that's gonna be the legacy I have. Once they grow old, and they will still remember Red Boxing,
That's true. That's true.
and I call that immortality.
Now, you don't just do boxing, right?
No, I just
Now let's get into that real quick. Now you also are a music producer, right?
yeah.
Or a filmmaker.
I'm a filmmaker. I'm a
Uh-huh.
music producer. We are getting into the MMA game.
Uh-huh.
It got canceled for August 14th.
You're
due
just a
to-
jack of all trades, man.
I'm a dream builder.
That's true.
I dream.
Hey, that's gonna be the name of the show. Dream builder.
Because we need to build
This episode.
we need to build other people's dream. In order to do that, it doesn't stop you from being a boxer or a boxing manager. It's everything.
I agree.
You know, this is Los Angeles. The biggest product Los Angeles ever sells is dream. People come here, they go to the Walk of Fame to take pictures, hoping they get discovered. Go to the Hollywood sign, hoping to see a big star.
That's true.
They're selling dreams.
That's true. And that's what you're doing.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to build dreams for the future.
Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years, man?
What do I see myself in 5 years? That's a lot.
Let's just say 3
years. You know, I'm really hoping that we get more recognized and we get more support from the people, because you're not supporting Red Boxing. When you buy a ticket from us, you're not supporting Red Boxing. If you give a sponsorship, if you watch our pay-per-view, you're not supporting Red Boxing. You're supporting the young and upcoming fighters.
Right.
You know, that's why we have 2 titles in our shows. It's called the Road to Glory, which is the pathway for our fighters to become successful.
Okay.
Then once they become a world champion, we have with what we dub it as the ultimate showdown, you know, or the supremacy showdown, because it's the clash of talents.
Right.
And now we're adding the heroes among us as our respect to the veterans and the heroes out there.
Honestly, I really do respect that you guys are doing that, you know, giving back to the community, giving back to the veterans. That's awesome. I think that's a better feeling than anything else, you know what I mean? Just giving back to those who really need it. See, recognition for people really putting their lives on the line for us.
It's not about Red Boxing. We have to have Red Boxing to make a show. But it is not Red Boxing. It's the people that's inside the show. It's people like you, the media, the fighters, the commission. That's part of it. Red Boxing is just a stadium, you know. Right. And the people that are there are really the movers, the players from the stadium for football, right? Right. The 2 teams are playing. The coaches are there. We are just a tool.
Right.
You know, we can call it whatever. But right now, it's Red Boxing.
And Red Boxing is on the up and up.
We're trying.
You know, I really do appreciate you being on the show, man. And I'm going to let everybody know to keep tabs on you, keep tabs on Rep Promotion, GBO. You know, these events that are coming up. We got one tomorrow. It's going to be here in Simi Valley.
For
the veterans. That's going to be tomorrow. September, what's the date? The one
11th.
September 11th is also going to be another event that's going to be brought to you by the one and only Rey. And man, I'm excited. I'm definitely going to be here.
Thank you.
And so any message you got out there for the fans?
You know, I mean, let's grow together. Life is not about competing against each other, you know. If we compete against each other, that's a scarcity of mentality. And if we mean scarcity of mentality, that's not good. You know, we are here to not compete against each other. We are here to fight against poverty. Let's help each other and bring each other up. The only competition we do is sports, where no one will get really hurt. You know, it's sportsmanship. It builds our confidence, but we don't have to compete outside of that. Right. Let's help each other and let us grow with each other, whether you win or lose.
There you guys have it. Where can they follow you again?
Instagram, Rey Rodis, and Twitter, Rey Rodis, and of course, Facebook, same thing.
Rey Rodis. There you guys have it. You guys can follow me at AJ_media_. Follow us at Off the Hook with AJ on Instagram, Facebook. And thank you guys again for tuning in. And we'll keep you guys posted with all the events that are coming up. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you again for being on the show. And we'll go from there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Off the Hook with AJ. Thank you.
Thank you.